Jay Sano without intro music. Jay Sano with intro music. Intro music remix. Jay Sano 19, Jay Sano 19. Jay Sano 19, Jay Sano 19. Hello everybody and welcome back. It is Jeff again and I'm coming back to you exactly where we left off. I had closed myself off in this little hole so that I wouldn't get destroyed by some things. What's over here? Looks like I went down here. I just did a really poor job of... Oh, I can't reach over those webs, can I? Oh, I can. I just did a really poor job of actually lighting this side up because of all the webs. But anyways, how's your guys' day been? Mine's been pretty good. This is like, oh, it's coming from the side. I was like, this is really weird. How did it form all this water? But there we go. So that's better. I can go grab some of this coal as well, just to be prepared to make more torches in the future. I need to get back over to that main part of the ravine, because there was some gold I still don't think I grabbed. Not that gold is the most important thing to me at all, but it's something I do need to grab. I'm so excited to get back to, like, some caving, and look what I found. More redstone. Somebody asked if I plan on repairing my picks, and yes, I do plan on repairing my picks at some point. I just need to make it back home first. I'm trying to use them up as much as possible before I actually do the repair. Granted, this one is... Oh, look at that perfection. This one's coming pretty close to where I need to stop using it so it doesn't break, but we'll just keep using it throughout right now. Redstone, I love you. I'm not silk touching the coal. Granted, I should because I can get more out of it with the fortune pick, but coal's really not a commodity that I'm missing. It's something that, you know, since you can make it from trees and stuff, it's not a big deal. I just had started mining that coal pocket and continued mining that coal pocket just because I could. And I wanted to feel a sense of completion, and I have now done so and do feel that sense of completion, so it's all good. So there's some more redstone. I'm gonna look. So there's some of that gold up top, and then there's just darkness all over that way. Man, this cave is wonderful. I love it. But anyways, so Valentine's Day has come and gone. I'll tell you something that is extremely annoying. Is I wanted to be, that's the gold I was actually looking for. I wanted to be, you know, a good boyfriend and make sure I got, you know, some flowers for the lady for Valentine's Day. Granted, I will tell you that she went way above and beyond and actually, like, bought me a Valentine's Day gift and things like that. And I'm not the type of person who thinks Valentine's Day is the time for gifts, per se. It's more just like, you know, Valentine's Day presents, like chocolate, flowers, go out to a nice dinner or something like that. Whereas, I guess she wanted more. Not that she's upset that I didn't get her a gift. It just, now I feel like bad because I got her flowers, but, you know, that's normal. Something to do. She got me actually, like, a gift, which I'll tell you I'm really excited about. She kind of got a gift for both of us. She bought a, I don't know, I'm using Silk Touch. She bought a chest freezer. And I know some of you guys are going to be like, chest freezer? Like, what kind of gift is that? Well, I'm excited about a chest freezer because we've always been looking into buying like a half a cow or something like that. And we just had nowhere ever to store it because you got to be able to... Whoa, you scared the crap out of me, little dude. You came so fast. I would have nowhere to store the meat. And now we actually can go about buying, you know, a half a cow from our CSA or whatnot if we wanted to. So yeah, so we get a CSA because in the city, you know, there's not as many farms and stuff. So weekly or every other week we get, you know, farm fresh vegetables, you know, select meats, things like that, milk, fresh eggs, all that fun stuff. But we've definitely wanted to just stock up on the stuff. The problem is you never know what you're going to get with the CSA. Every week they send you something different in regards to like your protein and what vegetables you get. It depends on what they have, what's in season. I mean, you'll get your standard chicken eggs, a quart of milk, some, you know, homemade butter, which sounds really weird. We have so much of the butter because we don't go through a little tub of butter in the 2-week period between CSAs, but every week you get butter. So we have like 5 or 6 extra things of butter sitting in our fridge, and that's like we've given away a lot of it to people because there's no way we can use it all. Excuse me. It's starting to hiccup a little bit. Oh, look. That's the outside. I wonder if I'm going to come up in the middle of the Guardians. That's going to be bad if I do, but let me mark this a little bit so I know how to get out of here. But we keep looking at, you know, the cows, as I was saying, and because I love beef. She doesn't like beef as much as I do, but she would probably eat it if it was more... Hi, fella. She'd probably eat it if it was more, you know, farm fresh beef all the time. We get like burgers and steaks. She does like steaks. She didn't when we first got together. When I showed her how steaks were supposed to be, she realized that steaks are delicious. So we eat a lot of good steaks. Now, I'm from a state originally where we get, you know, there's farms everywhere in Michigan. If I want to go to a farm and buy like fresh cow, like I can do that, and we can get, you know, quarter steers, you know, half steers, whatever. We can get all that stuff for relatively, I can't say cheap, it's not cheap, but way cheaper than you can still buy this stuff for out here. So I'm almost wondering if we should make it like a trip back to like Michigan, get our cow there and just transport it back to here to DC. It'd probably be cheaper in the long run, even including the gas. And I mean, I guess if I ever go to visit the family, that's what I would, you know, want to do, is go visit the family and just make the steak run out of it. I think that'd be great. But that's not even where I was trying to go with this story. What I was actually going to say was I had ordered Valentine's Day flowers for Julia, and I'm the type of person who I don't need stuff on the holiday, and I don't want to, like, when you order flowers for somebody, you always pay, of course. It's still like $15.99 for standard shipping. And then if you get it on any day surrounding Valentine's Day, it's an extra $5 part of the delivery charge. And granted, if you get it on the holiday itself, it's like $14.99 extra or $9.99 extra. I can't remember exactly how much it is. But it brings your shipping cost up to like, you know, $25. And I would rather spend the money to get more item, and granted have it come on a different day, than I would to, it's probably some water rushing in right there, than I would to just spend the extra money on shipping so that you specifically get something on Valentine's Day. So I ordered some flowers and, you know, a gift and a little teddy bear and all that fun stuff to come on, actually on Wednesday, so a couple days before Valentine's Day, because I figured it would, for one, it would be kind of a surprise because you wouldn't be expecting it that early. So it'll, you know you're going to be getting something for Valentine's Day, but when it comes earlier, it'd be like, oh, look, I wasn't even expecting this yet, and it came. So I'm at the fire station on Wednesday nights. So I'm at the fire station, and I get the little text message on my phone that's telling me that my flowers have been delivered. So I'm like, okay. Julia will call me later when she gets them. And then we had a meeting at the fire station too, so it was our company meeting. So I'm sitting there through the company meeting, and she calls in the middle of the meeting, which I don't answer. And I'm like, she's calling to, you know, thank me for the flowers and things like that. So when I finally get out of the meeting, and it was an extremely long meeting, I call her back, and she's like, oh, hey, blah, 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 how's the fire station? Just talking like nothing. And I was like, okay. So finally she's like, okay, well, I gotta get going, so have a good night. And I was like, so, did you get anything come in the mail today? She was like, well, no, I don't think so. I haven't checked the mail yet. And I'm like, okay, you know, maybe she hasn't checked the mail. She parks in the back of the house, so maybe she didn't even see it. Maybe they're still sitting on the front porch. I'm like, well, you should go check for me. I got a package that, you know, I was waiting for that it's supposed to get delivered today. And she's like, okay, I'll go look. She comes back, and she's like, no package is there. I'm like, is she just like messing with me at this point, and like doesn't even care that she got flowers, and like no big deal to her? So I'm kind of like going on and on more and more, trying to like tease out of her, you know, like, did you get anything in the mail? Like any gifts from me? Like, it's not really that I'm looking for a package for myself. I'm looking for something for you. So why? Did you blow up that gold? You blew up a piece of that gold, and I was so far away from you. You're such a big jerk. And, God, there's so many of you guys in here. Gotcha. Headshot, baby. And I'll just go kill you the old-fashioned way. So, long story short, it finds out... Having fun? Was I just in, like, the perfect spot where you didn't know what to do, and the railroad tracks, like, screwed you up just enough to not want to come mess with me? And then you're coming through here. So, long story short, it turns out that no. Just the flowers never came, despite... you know, them telling me that they'd been delivered. Now, this happens quite a bit in my neighborhood, whether it's the fact that things get stolen off of our porch. We are on a direct street that people walk off into school. Like, in the mornings, if I'm home, there's a high school down the road, and if I'm home in the morning, I can constantly hear people, and they walk by, and these people don't even care. They're just swearing, like, F this, F that, walking up the street, yelling to each other, like, constantly. So I have a feeling a lot of packages that get lost are actually stolen, and I would assume by these high schoolers. And I mean, I guess that's a bad stereotype to have, but I mean, they're probably the most likely people to be stealing stuff. When I was in high school, you know, I turned into a klepto for a little while. Like, I understand, whatever. I'm not gonna be like super mad about it, but I really think that that's kind of what's happening with it all. And so something gets stolen off the porch. It's usually not that big of a deal. It sucks. It depends on how urgently you're waiting for it, because then I have to call, you know, whoever shipped it, have them start an investigation. They usually want you to start the investigation. I want the andesite. I don't need the stone. They usually want you to start the investigation with the shipper. Sometimes the shipper's like, no, you have to start an investigation with the, you know, the shipping service, and then after their investigation, then we'll get involved and find out what to do. So sometimes it's just annoyingly time-consuming. I didn't realize that I wasn't picking those things up. I hope I didn't miss a lot more. So I called FedEx, was the people who actually shipped this one. I called them, and I said, you know, this package says it got delivered, but nothing was ever here at my house. So they're like, okay, I'll start a trace on the package. And she said, we will call you within 2 hours and move on from there when we look into this a little bit. And I was like, okay. It's been 4 days. I haven't heard a word from FedEx again. They took my number and all this stuff. So I've had this happen to a few times, mainly when this company Laser Ship took over for a lot of like sending of stuff from Newegg. We had a lot of stuff that was missing from Newegg for a long time, and it was always stuff that was shipped with this new random Laser Ship company. I haven't seen Laser Ship around lately. What's up, dude? I haven't seen Laser Ship around lately, so I'm not sure if they went out of business, or if Newegg just stopped using them, or if I just have been coincidentally lucky and they haven't... Hi, buddy. And they haven't, oh, you dropped an iron ingot. Do I have... There we go. I'll take that. Or if I've just been lucky and Laser Ship hasn't been the ones shipping my packages lately or what, but... so I've had them, started multiple traces with them, and absolutely nothing ever comes from it. They never call back. They never actually look into it. It gets really annoying. So then it was FedEx, though. I expected more from FedEx. You know, they lost my packages. I figured that, you know, that's what their business is completely built on, and they're very popular with it as well. So I really definitely... No, stop. I definitely expected more, but nope, they didn't. They didn't write back at all. There we go. I can do that. But luckily, I called up the flower company, and they were like, nope, part of our guarantee. Let's see what we can do. And, of course, what she tells me is, she's like, I'll be happy to, like, either refund you, replace it. If I refund you, I actually will give you extra stuff, she said. She's like, I give you an extra $10 or whatever in-store credit if you want it refunded, or else you can... I want these. What do I want over here? I want the andesite as well. I don't need both of these, because I want this. There we go. That's good. Extra store credit for having the, you know, the problem with the shipping and all. She's like, or, you know, we can just have the package resent. And I was like, well, I'd like it resent because, you know, I ordered them for a reason. I would like them to be resent so that Julie actually gets the flowers that I ordered for her. And, of course, this is where the problem comes in. She says, well, due to the holiday, it probably won't get delivered until next Tuesday. Ow. Where'd you come from? Oh, there's a big opening up there. It's like they won't get delivered until next Tuesday. And I'm like, but, you know, I understand that that's due to the holiday, so your shipping is increased. I said, that's why I purchased them, though. I purchased them because of the holiday. So now having them come is kind of defeats the purpose when it's that much after Valentine's Day. And amazingly, she's like, well, let me look again and see what I can do. And she goes, how about, it looks like they'll let me actually deliver them tomorrow, which I thought was crazy. It was the day before, so it was Friday, the day before Valentine's Day. And she's like, let me put in the order. So not only did I end up pulling off next day shipping flowers that still made it before Valentine's Day that normally would have cost extra. I mean that's great customer service. That made me quite happy with the company that, you know, that's part of their guarantee, and I'm very grateful because it still got there before Valentine's Day, which is what I had wanted them to do. It was something that would have cost me a lot of extra money to have them sent on that day because of the fact of the way they do shipping, and it was just straight up next day shipping. Holy crap, there is so much stuff in here. It was straight up just next day shipping, which is almost unheard of for someplace to want to do, especially for, essentially for free. Oh, sweet, I can clear up another inventory spot. So I was extremely grateful and extremely happy that, you know, turned out to be the case, because that made life a lot easier. But it's really annoying when, you know, I try to do something good. I make sure I remember to get the flowers ordered and get them ready, and then I have to spend all this excess time trying to track down the fact that they never made it. So it really becomes a hindrance when things don't go as planned. Luckily, I can kind of roll with a lot of punches. I do like my life a little more planned and organized, despite my episode where I talked about wanting to be so unpredictable. Yes, I want to be unpredictable. However, whoops, that was the wrong button. However, there is definitely a good things that come from being planned and organized, because then you can kind of keep things straight and keep things going. Luckily, I'm not the type of person who gets too flustered when plans don't always end up going my way. I can usually kind of roll with the punches and get things figured out, because I know some people who, man, you mess up their schedule at all, they will have their itinerary, and if you get offbeat on that itinerary, they are lost. They don't know what to do anymore. It's like, holy crap, there's so much stuff in here. It's like life is just destroying them. Like, so life must be against them because things aren't going exactly as they want them to. And I'm luckily not like that for the most part. Like, there's some things that, sure, you get really thrown off by, but it's good to be able to roll with things and just kind of make things happen. It's a good skill just to have in general. So if you're one of those people who really excessively overplans your life, that's great, as long as you know how to bounce back and recover when things don't exactly go that direction. That being said, this cave keeps going down over to the side. There's some more places I can go up over here. Oh, I think what we're gonna do, oh, I thought I saw a diamond for a minute, but I don't think I'm low enough anymore to get diamonds. That's why going down that one area is going to be good. What I think I'm going to do is call this episode here, though, and come back, and we'll have yet another cave exploration episode to be had, because there is so much more to do, and I am just loving the resources that I'm getting. I might eventually just have to bail out of here just to drop this stuff off, because I've got so much great stuff on me. That being said, guys, thanks for watching. Guys and girls, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. It helps me out a great deal. You really don't understand how much it helps. So hit that like button. I'm gonna bury myself in here so when I log back in, I don't get shocked and surprised by, you know, creepers coming around the corner or something like that. So I will see you guys next time.